Having a college degree in today's society leads to higher earning potential and more job opportunities. In fact, studies show that college graduates earn nearly $20,000 more annually than someone holding only a high school diploma. But these future benefits come at a high cost, and rising tuition prices around the country are taking a toll on international students.
Yeah, I am still kind of worried about the financial burden, especially because it's not a small sum of money.
Students are struggling to make payments on their student loans, and tuition accounts for the most burdensome cost of higher education. The average cost of tuition and fees for the 2015-2016 school year was more than $30,000 for private colleges and more than $23,000 for out-of-state students attending public colleges. What's worse is that these costs don't include housing, meal plans, textbooks, or transportation expenses.
It's really hard to get some kind of scholarship or some kind of support from the school. It's really hard to make the decision to go to a private university with full tuition. But I totally understand that lots of families they really want their children to get the highest possible education, so that they do whatever they can and to really support the students, although it's really a huge portion of their family's budget.
In fact, with tuition, housing, and health insurance, some students can expect to pay upwards of $77,000 per year. NYU President Andrew Hamilton has already begun taking steps to address the university's affordability issues, including freezing tuition costs and expanding low-cost housing opportunities for the 2016-2017 academic year. And while these efforts are admirable, international students at NYU feel these actions have done little to relieve their financial burden.
NYU has market itself as a global university, and I think to a lot of people that means that it should also then cater towards the needs of international students.
And with more than 5,000 international students from over 130 countries, one student group is working to address the various challenges domestic students take for granted.
The International Student Affairs Committee, ISAC, it's part of the Student Senators Council, and then we mainly represent international students, and in fact most of the committee members are actually international students. We reflect their concerns, and then we work on projects and also resolutions through the Senators Council to push for changes for policies regarding international student life here.
This is something that has also actually affected me personally, is the issue of exchange rate fluctuation for international students. Something that people don't really think about, but it's something that can really pose an issue for international students. Think of a situation where a student is from any country and something happens in their country where their country's currency depreciates against the US dollar. All of a sudden they're going to see quite a substantial tuition hike.
NYU considers all students for merit scholarships, and international students can apply for CSS financial aid, similar to the FAFSA. But the International Student Affairs Committee is hoping to lower costs even further with their new proposals.
We are currently in the process of talking to administration, talking to the Office of Financial Aid, the Office of Admissions, to try and find a way around the current situation, which is that I think approximately 90% of international students have seen their tuition raised in the past year due to exchange rate fluctuations. We are currently trying to garner what interest the administration has in looking into these situations, as well as trying to think of the best way to move forward with them.
When it comes to making NYU more affordable, the university has already made great strides, but it's up to both students and the administration to continue to implement creative solutions that benefit the entire student body.